Yes, an opportunity to speak to the captains. First of all, as captain of Scotland, Richie Berrington. Richie, tell me how you felt at the halfway stage of this game with the 180 on the board.
Yeah, I thought we were in a pretty good position there. It was obviously a really good wicket tonight. I thought the guys gave us a great platform in those first 10 to 12 overs. Unfortunately, towards the back end, we didn't quite manage to capitalise on that, but I think going into that second half, we knew if we executed well on that wicket, we were right in the game.
And for half of the game, sort of leading into the second part of it, you needed them to get 12s. What did you feel then at that stage?
Yeah, again, I think it was a really good start. But I think, as I say, we knew it was a good wicket, and unfortunately, I think we just didn't manage to execute for long enough. Like, I think we also know they've got some great ball strikers all the way through the team, and I think, unfortunately, just a few big overs towards the back end just got them back into the game and kind of made it hard to pull back in those last couple of overs.
In chatting about how you kind of tried to close it out, what is it that you had as the plan to defend, what was it, 105 or so for that back 10?
Yeah, look, obviously there's a bit of a breeze at this ground. We've seen that all the grounds really in the Caribbean, so just trying to get them to hit it away from the breeze as much as possible, really, which I think we did do really well at times. Unfortunately, as I said, there was a couple of overs we didn't quite nail, and they capitalised and managed to get back into the game.
If I were to ask which of the two you'd say you didn't do well enough to close it out or to win the game, which would you choose between the batting and the bowling?
I think, as I say, we were in a really good position with the bat there, so we're always expecting a bit more when we're in a position like that. But I thought the guys can hold their heads high in terms of how they've played their cricket throughout this tournament. As I said, look, we know we're up against some really good players too, and that was a fantastic knock by Travis Head, and then obviously with Stoinis coming in there, played a few good shots to where the fielders, just to make us think a little bit, hit it into the gap, so that challenged us a little bit. As I say, I think it's just great learning for us, really good experience for the guys. Obviously we're disappointed being in a position where we could win the game. We set out when we came here to go through to the next stage, but unfortunately we haven't quite done enough to do that this time round.
You certainly won some hearts with the way that you played. Bad luck today, and all the best as you go forward.
Cheers, thank you.